When someone has suddenly become successful, it looks like they are an overnight success. But in reality, it could be 10 years in the making. But I am thinking, what could these companies be doing for all those 10 years? This was a thought that came into my mind, and I have been thinking about it ever since. There are few companies like WhatsApp who was actually an overnight success, and they have saved all those 10 years of their entrepreneurial journey to become successful. You can do the same. You can also save your 10 years to become successful. I will help you to become an overnight success by adopting to this one key step in the process of trying to start and build your business that can completely eliminate all these missteps. And it is called validating your business idea. It is a process to make sure if anyone wants your product, and if someone does want your product, who these people are and what message will best communicate the value of your product to them. At the very beginning, of course, you just have to decide what business to start. I did a video about just a week ago earlier on this free series called How to Find Your $1 Billion Business Idea. You can see the link to my previous video on the screen and in the description box below. But today we are going to talk about the most important next step after you have decided what business to start, and that is validating your business idea. So with that in mind, let me quickly run through the 5-step process that you should follow to validate your business idea and make sure that you are on the right track. Step number 1. Super simple. Just choose an idea or say ideas to validate, because you will be working on it for so many years, so that the idea is good or not, right or not, in the right market or not. Establishing this is very important. And in just 2 weeks, you can test your idea and you will get to know if there is any potential through this process. If there is potential, then how much is there and why it is there. List down all those ideas that you want to test. The ideas can be anything. For example, you want to build vacuum cleaners, or say start an online photography classes, or build an e-commerce store, or a SaaS product. The ideas can be anything. All these ideas can be tested at once. Yes, that's the beauty of this. In fact, I will encourage you to test all these ideas together at once. That will give you the best result, and you will be able to compare all these ideas together, and this will help you understand which idea has more potential and why. Step number 2. You need to clarify the main result that your product creates. So you don't need to figure out all the details of your product. You don't need to create your product. You just need to clarify what is the main outcome that when someone buys or uses my product, what exactly they are getting out of it. If, for example, you are thinking to build a vacuum cleaner, well, that one main result is that the people are going to get cleaner carpets in their house. Or if you are building an online photography classes or courses, then the one main result will be that your students will improve photography skills. Step number 3. You need to talk to people who want this outcome. You need to find out why they want it. What is stopping them from already having it? When I say talk to people, I mean exactly that. You need to get out there and talk to real people who actually say they want this outcome. Now, it might seem like this is really tough and you don't know anyone who wants this outcome. It's actually super easy. Even if you don't have much of a followings at all or any real audience, you can still just post on a social media on each of the different platforms you use, and just say that you are doing some market research for a new business that you want to start, or for a new service that you are thinking to offer, and that you are interested in talking to 5 people who want to XYZ. For example, who want to learn how to improve their photography skills, or who want to have cleaner carpets in their houses. Not only people are going to respond to these posts because they are just curious and they are your friends, so they want to help you out, but also because since they want this outcome and you are talking about this outcome. I know a lot of people can find this step to be the most difficult part of the process. They think it's gonna be hard, but trust me, this is gonna be a huge help to thrive your business. Step number 4. Create a beta version of your product that you can sell. There comes your landing page. Now what is a landing page? A landing page is basically a website, but it is mostly a one-page website. The website doesn't have any other links. It is a long page like Wikipedia. A lot of different things are written on it. Perhaps this is the most important step here. Defining your idea. And it is divided into 2 parts. Part number 1. What does your idea do? And part 2. What does your idea solve? For example, you want to teach photography. So what exactly you do? You take online photography classes. What problem are you solving? Taking online photography classes for the housewives who sell products from their home and want to click pictures of their products to say upload on Etsy or Meesho. So basically through this landing page, you will tell people about your idea and everything that the idea can do and solves for. It will cost you around $150 as a minimum price. After creating your product as quickly as possible, then you are ready to launch your product. Final step. Step number 5. You will now spend money on Google, Facebook and Instagram to promote this landing page. You will advertise your landing page. It's not very expensive. $1 per day for impressions, $5 per day for clicks, likes and views, and $40 per day for conversions. And you will have more than 200-300 people coming to your landing page and looking through the ad. Looking through the idea and getting to see what does your idea do. Now why is this important? Because here you measure 3 things. Number 1. When your ad has been seen, that ad can be an image or it can be a video if you want to make one. So now important thing is how many people click on the ad. How many people are interested in your idea? If this idea is in actual life, how many people will be there? Out of all the people who see the ad, who will be interested in your idea? That is the first metric you measure. It is called click-through ratio, CTR. All those people who click by seeing the ad, how many percentage is it? Of all those people who see the ad, CTR, that's metric number 1. Metric number 2. When you click on the ad, you as an advertiser have to pay to Google, Instagram and Facebook, which is called CPC, cost per click. Since the ad has been clicked, you have to bear their expenses. How much is it? What is the cost per click? Because this will tell you that this interested audience will generate how much interest for how much price. When this idea will be in real life, you will generate how much interest for how much price. That will be determined by CPC. Then when they click, they will be directed to the landing page, and that landing page speaks about your idea. It speaks about all it can do, all the features that it have, and all the qualities that your product or service has. All those things which you genuinely want to sell to your customer, and everything has been written there. But you don't have any product, you don't have any service to sell, you don't have anything. There's only an idea in your head. So what are you even selling? You are selling only one thing, that is interest. That is, if you are interested in this product, so please submit your email address, and when the product will be launched, I will let you know about it. You will take people's email addresses. you will take people's phone number from them, through which you will tell them when the product will be launched. I will let you know about it. When the online photography classes will start, I will tell you about it. When the vacuum cleaners will launch, I will tell you about it. Whatever it is that you are trying to build or you are trying to sell, you will let them know should they give you their email addresses. Metric number 3. The third metric that you measure is measuring the email addresses. How many people fill this form with their email addresses? What will be the final expense of that? Because that is the measurement of a potential customer. At CPC level, you measured potential interest. At email, you are measuring potential customer. When you do all these 5 steps together, you will test all your ideas within 2 weeks. That gives you a comparison of all those ideas. Which idea performed how well and why did it perform? And that is then first step you take to determine if the idea is strong enough or not. Because how much ever the ideas are in your head, take them through this process. It will be very clear which idea is better and which idea is not good. Which idea generated more interest, which idea failed. Which idea generated interest in a cheaper way, which idea generated interest in expensive way, in which idea there were no emails received, which idea there were floods of emails, so on and so forth. You will get to know this idea is stronger than all other ideas. That is a great way, a cheap way, a fast way for you to figure out which startup or business idea should you pursue. Thank you everyone for watching the video till end. My name is Aditi Munat, Chief Marketing Officer for Graphers ID. I make videos on business basics and information technology every week. Please do like and share the video and share your thoughts and feedbacks in the comment section below. Also, if you want me to make videos on any topic related to the business world, share your thoughts. I will be happy to serve in the best way. Thank you.